A warm welcome back from the sunny UK this week. We finally have some nice weather, so I am making the most of it and taking the opportunity to do some gardening. I've got some new plants to show you. I picked up some plants from Gardener's World Spring Fair on Sunday, and then some more from a local garden centre. So I'll show you what I picked up from Gardener's World. I got a couple of Persicaria red dragons. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get them, but I saw them and they've been on my list for ages, so I thought, yes, I'm going to grab a couple of those. These are clump forming. They do spread, I think, to about 1 metre wide, and I think they can get to over 1 metre tall, but they just provide a nice splash of purple amongst all the green in the garden, and I thought they would be quite good for filling out a few gaps. From Gardener's World I also picked up 3 different types of Alstroemeria. These are one of my favourite flowering plants for the garden. I've currently got the Indian summer variety and I absolutely love it. So I picked up some different colours. I've got this Alstroemeria coral, which apparently is a dwarf Alstroemeria. And then we've got Summer Heat, which is like a really vibrant red. And then this one, Summer Rose, which is bright pink with a hint of yellow. So I'm really looking forward to planting those. They just provide flowers all summer, all the way up until autumn. Very hardy, always come back every year. Highly recommend them. So that's all I picked up from Gardener's World, the Alstroemeria and the Persicaria. And then from my local garden centre, Allington Lane, I picked up 3 different types of begonia. I really love this one, it's so pretty. I haven't had one this colour before. And then this really, really vibrant pink with the yellow centre. I also picked up some gazanias in this lovely bright orange. And then another Alstroemeria in a different colour. I am not quite sure which variety this is because there's no label. I think the label was on the shelf and I completely forgot to take note of the name of it. So if anyone knows, let me know in the comments. There are quite a few that look similar, so I could probably find it on Google eventually, but this is really, really pretty. And then one of our gardener friends has kindly given me a couple of salvia. I can't remember the variety offhand, so I'll have to put it on the screen, but apparently it's like a really vibrant purple colour. I've already got the Hot Lips variety, which is the pink and white one. So this will just be something a little bit different, and these can get quite big and bushy as well. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put them, but I'll have a look around in a minute and see what space I've got left. So alongside all these beautiful plants, I also have been growing some Lantana Tutti Frutti. So this is a plant that I found on holiday when I was in the Maldives, and it was just so beautiful. I wasn't sure what it was called, so I put a picture out on my Instagram page and I asked you guys, and it turned out to be Lantana Tutti Frutti, which apparently is a weed in some countries. It can be quite invasive, but it's just so beautiful and I just would love to try and grow it here. As you can see, they're quite small at the moment. So I've got 6 growing here. And then I did plant a couple around the garden, but I think they've been devoured by slugs. And I'm also growing a couple up in my office, which are doing a little bit better because it is a bit warmer in there. But I'll keep you posted on how these are growing. Again, I'm not quite sure where they're going to go, but I'm sure I'll make room. My boyfriend's mum also gave me these super cute daffodils. I can't remember the exact variety, but they're a bit different to normal daffodils, and they're like a little dwarf version. Really cute. A nice splash of yellow in the springtime. So I'll be putting those out somewhere as well. So once these are all planted out, I will give you a little tour of the garden and show you how it's all looking. If you saw my last video, you'll notice that I rethatched the bar finally, after about 2 years of saying that I'm going to rethatch it. It's looking so lovely. I do need to trim that bit on the side, I also mentioned that my lights were broken in the last video, but I have managed to get them working again. It was just a loose connection. And if you're interested in where the thatch is from, it's from a place called Brandon Thatchers, and I'll leave their website below for you. So let's go ahead and start making the garden nice and colourful. So I ended up putting the begonias in pots for a splash of colour on the patio. I need to give those a good water. I've got the alstroemeria here, the red alstroemeria here with the gazanias. I did have a Canna Cleopatra in this pot, but it didn't really do much last year, so I've moved that into the centre. See what happens. But I think the alstroemeria will do really well here. I'd like to get another hanging begonia for this basket like I had last year. Got space here for a pot, so I'm not sure what's going there yet. And then we've got the pink alstroemeria there. And then over here we've got the miniature coral alstroemeria, the daffodils, the salvia. This area looks rather bare at the moment, but this is where the pink chinas usually come up, and then we've got some cannas there as well. But the pink chinas are very slow coming up this year. They're usually coming up over this side as well, but I can't see any signs of them over here. It's the first year that they've been this behind, so hopefully they come up soon. The bananas are all a bit behind as well this year. Just getting their first proper leaves at the moment. I'm sure it won't take them too long to catch up. My Lily Hotel California should be flowering soon. That's really, really pretty, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. I've moved some of the cannas over into this area. I do have another canna here, which is the champion variety, which is the one that gets really tall, well, hopefully if we have a good summer. I've got the persicaria there at the back, and the other one is kind of round that side of the bananas. I'm not quite sure how well it will do around there because it's a bit shady, but we'll see. And then I put the other salvia here in the border. I'm just going to let the lantanas grow a bit before I plant those anywhere, so I'll see how they do first. It's lovely to have a bit of colour in the garden. Let me know what you think. I also ended up putting up the festoon lights, which also add a little bit of colour to the garden. It's all starting to look really nice. Hopefully this lovely weather continues and the garden can catch up a bit. Take care everyone, happy gardening, and I'll see you all soon.